Hi team, so this is one of my favourite wee sequences to do at home. Just grab a blanket, whatever you have. It's really good if it can be a more solid blanket rather than just a big fluffy one. And just make sure that you don't have too many wrinkles in it. We're going to gently roll this up so that you have this nice wee noodle. You can do this on a foam roller, but it's pretty hard on your back, particularly after building a human, so we quite like to have something a little bit softer. And then from here we're going to lie down on it. We always go from our side, we roll onto our back, and we shift ourselves so that we have our hips all the way to the tip of our head on our blanket. Okay, start by bringing some attention to the breath. This is a really nice position to open up your breathing because it's already opening the chest. Just make sure that you do have that gentle tuck of the chin. Arms can be relaxed by your sides and lower back is resting on the mat as we start to bring attention to the breath. Allow the shoulders to relax away from the ears. Relax the jaw. Relax the face. And just allow a sense of expansion to the breath now. So imagine you're breathing from shoulder tip to shoulder tip, feeling that expand. And then allowing it to release. Starting to breathe from outside of rib to outside of rib. And letting that release. And then again right at the base of the ribs now, this is more of a Pilates based breath. Inhaling, feeling the width at the bottom of the ribs. And exhale, let that release. Bring the palms down to the mat, shoulders relax down to the floor, tucking our chins in. As you feel comfortable, as we breathe, we bring the shoulders up towards our ears. And then as we breathe, we're going to bring them away. So it's just a nice little shoulder shrug, keeping our ears, our shoulders, our neck nice and soft. As you start to really mobilize here, you'll start to notice that those knots and owie bits that are in between your shoulders are getting massaged by the blanket. Okay, so that's part of what we're trying to do here as well. We're going to do one more round as we draw the shoulders up towards our ears, and then we're going to float the fingertips up to the ceiling, keeping the palms as wide as our shoulders. As you breathe, we're going to lift the shoulders up and away from the blanket, keeping the chin tucked in. Then as you're breathing out, we're going to tuck the shoulder blades in towards one another, pinching the back of the blanket. Float the shoulders up and away from the floor. Then draw them back and down towards the mat. We've got one more round here. Lifting up and then drawing down. Well done. Bringing the hands down now, either side of your hips, palms down as you breathe. Floating those arms up and above your head as it feels comfortable. Allowing the chin to slightly tuck in. Then ever so slowly bringing the arms forwards and down. Inhale, floating arms up and over. Then exhale, bringing them down. We're just going to do two more here in your own time. Inhale, floating arms up. Allowing the shoulders to float away from your ears. And exhale, float them forwards and down. One more here. Inhale, floating arms up and behind. And exhale, floating them back and down. As you're ready, bringing the arms up now, fingertips to the ceiling. Nice soft wrists and soft elbows. We don't want them locked. And we're going to inhale, open the arms wide. Maybe allowing them to rest on the floor, and then exhale, bringing the arms together. Now the arms can open at any angle that feels comfortable, and then you bring them back in. Just imagine that our big chest muscles are like our hand over your chest, and so we want to get all of those lovely little fibers, those strings of muscle, give them lots of nice, beautiful stretch, working with our breath. Inhale to open. And then exhale to close. We're going to do one more in your own time. Open. And then close. From here, we're going to add an alternating shoulder circle. So chin's tucked in, ribs are down. Inhale, float the arms up and behind us. Then exhale, circle them into your sides. Inhale, circle around the sides behind your head. Exhale, float those arms forwards and down. Okay, so we're just taking our time here, super soft wrists, super soft elbows, circling them around. Nice and wide, and bringing them forwards. Well done. So continuing to connect with your breath. This is actually quite a good one to have baby lying on your chest if they need a little bit of entertainment here. And bringing them down. And one more. Coming around the side. Then circling back the opposite direction. And then from here, you've got a couple of options. If you're feeling relatively strong in your core already, you can be bringing those fingertips to ceiling. Or if you are still feeling a little bit fragile, bring the arms down to the sides. They're going to help you balance. And the handy thing about doing this, excuse the pun, is it's going to help strengthen the back of your arms and the back of your shoulders, which is really good for our shoulder stability. So remember how with the last video we talked about the scoop? So we were drawing the curtains in of our core, we're drawing the string up from our urethra, and then we're going to slowly float one leg up off the floor and then bring it back and down. Now this is a really nice exercise to start to strengthen the core because we're on the rolled up blankets already unbalanced. So it allows us this really nice place of using all the small muscles not dominating into the big muscles and waking up through our core. So the goal here is to stay stable. The more you make your body unstable, for example, bringing those arms up, the harder it's going to be. So we're lifting on the exhale, inhaling on the lower. And for those of you that are feeling like you do want that little bit more challenge, and you must be able to keep the core scooped in without popping up, you could look at lifting the second leg. As soon as you feel that tummy wanting to pop up, however, that's actually going to be doing damage and separating your tummy muscles, okay? So we do want to make sure that you can hold that nice, strong, zipping up sensation. From here, we're going to have both feet on the mat, 2 hands on the floor to start today. As we're breathing out, we're going to stretch out one arm and the opposite leg, drawing the tummy and pelvic floor up and in. And then we're going to bring the arm and opposite leg back and in. And then we're going to try the same thing on the other side. So we're really thinking about trying to keep this nice long line. We're thinking about this idea of softness and fluidity to the breath and the movement. And for those of you that are feeling a little bit more spicy at the moment, you can be bringing those fingertips to look to the ceiling. And we're really working on keeping that body balanced by working through our deep, strong core muscles. We're going to do one more either side here, working with breath, gentle stretch out, bringing the arm and leg in, gentle stretch out, arm and leg comes in, well done. Last one, soles of feet to floor, palms down. Do want that little bit of a pinch in the back of the shoulders, so hold into that blanket, keeping our chin tucked in. Roll into the lower back and using that blanket just to let you feel the awareness of lifting up into a bridge. Really strong back of thighs here. And then as you feel comfortable, we're going to slowly peel all the way down, bone by bone by bone by bone. Okay? So in yoga and Pilates, we use a different breath to come up and down. Our biggest concern is that you're breathing. Okay? This is also a really lovely exercise where we can have baby having tummy time, and particularly if they're a little bit refluxy or they don't like being on their tummy, you can actually have their tummy on your thighs and their head up near your knees. You can support the baby with your hands as you're peeling up. Gives you a little bit more resistance, and as you're peeling down. We've just got 2 more to go. Last one. And coming down. And one more. Well done. Awesome work here. Peeling our body down. From here, we're going to find what we call our butterfly pose or bound angle, having the soles of our feet together, making sure the lower back is pressing down, and just allowing those legs to open. If you've got something like a block or a support. You can use that underneath your knee if you want a more supported position, or you can take that block away and allow this nice big line. So now we have to consciously soften off through our abdominals, our pelvic floor, starting to soften the breath here, observing the breath coming in and observing the breath going out. Consciously softening our toes, our feet, ankles, lower legs, knees, thighs, pelvis, our hips, relaxing the lower abdomen, the upper abdomen, relaxing through the ribs, the chest, relaxing the fingertips, the fingers, the thumbs, relaxing the palms, the wrists, the forearms, the elbows, the upper arms, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the neck and the throat, relaxing the jaw, the cheeks, the nose, relaxing the eyes, the forehead, and the scalp. Allow yourself this moment to be. Then as you're ready, slowly, gently bringing each leg in one at a time. Taking your time, slowly rolling to the side, supporting the head as you need, and using your hands, gently guiding yourself up to a comfortable seat that works for you. Slowly twisting through the spine. No right or wrong here. Just taking our time. Awesome work. And as you're ready, bringing heat to your hands and spreading that heat where you need it. Well done. Have a lovely day. Thanks.